All right, great selling Saturday, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Seth Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery in with your Selling Saturday edition of 15 Minutes to Mastery. We do this each and every day, coming in here at 8:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation to get your day going on the right foot. And on Saturdays, we know it's all about the sale. Saturday, we are simply taking new business after new business. And we want to talk about that today. Today, we're talking about action backed positivity. We all want to be positive, but it's not enough to just be positive. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what it takes to have action backed positivity for a great selling Saturday, not just any day of the week, but every day. So, today's quote says, "You cannot escape the accumulated effect of the selection of your attitude." From Jim Rohn. You cannot escape the accumulated effect of the selection of your attitude. So, what exactly are we trying to say here? Okay. Your outlook, the actions that you take, your attitude that you have towards Saturdays is so important because what you see your Saturdays as will determine the actions that you take throughout the week, and vice versa. The actions that you take throughout the week will determine what your Saturday winds up being. If you have a Saturday where you just it's very lackadaisical, you don't have the appointments that you should have, and we're going to discuss what that needs to look like for each and every one of you out there in manufacturer home sales on a Saturday. But Saturday's the day that everyone says that they're off. Saturday's the day that everyone's trying to come in and see you. And if you're showing up at the office with no appointments, if you're showing up at the office with maybe one, that means none are going to show up. And we're going to discuss that for you, with you, so that you can understand what we're talking about. But it's all about the sale, right? So today, this information is simply about selling Saturday. And so I want to talk about that. Why is it not enough to just be positive? Don't come to the office with just positivity. We all want to have a positive environment. However, positivity by itself is not enough, okay? Because here's the thing. You could have the optimism. You could be that optimistic person, okay? But without any sort of follow through, without any sort of action, without any sort of game plan towards what you're going to do to have a great Saturday, then nothing's going to really come of it. You could be thinking, man, Saturdays are always a great day. Saturday is going to be a day for great business. Saturday we're going to get things done. But if you didn't actually put in the work and the steps to make sure that you have a great selling Saturday, well, it doesn't really matter. If you're relying on the walk-ins, if you're saying, well, that's when people shop, so I'm going to be there and we're going to sell some houses. And you know what? You probably will. However, it's a whole lot more satisfying and a whole lot more effective. Plus, you get a higher pull through when you're the one that's creating the great selling Saturday, not letting that selling Saturday happen to you. Sound kind of familiar? Kind of like making life happen for you and not waiting for it to happen to you. Okay. You've got to make the great selling Saturday. So you need to be proactive in order to make that happen, right? That means that you're working towards it during the week. That with your follow-up for those folks that cannot come in during the week, you are setting them for this Saturday. And you're also letting them know that Saturday is your busiest day. Saturday is the day that you need them to definitely show up. And if they're not going to show up, they need to be able to, they need to respect you enough to let you know so that you can have another family come in. Or you need to let them know that. This is how I make my living, Mr. Customer. And Saturdays are my busiest day. And as you can, I'm sure, well aware of, Saturday is the day that most people want to come and look at homes and see about buying a home. So if you're not going to make it, I'd prefer you just let me know now. Or if something happens between now and Saturday and you're not able to make it, please let me know so that I can try to get another family in here, because that's how I feed mine. It's okay to tell them that. It's setting the right expectations, and you're not giving yourself false hope in thinking that you have all these appointments for Saturday when they really aren't there. And by you being this proactive person, by you being this action-backed positive person, you're not only building credibility with the people around you, your coworkers, your management, and even your clients, but more importantly, you're building credibility with yourself. You're building trust in yourself in that you not only think positively, but you actually take the actions to back up that positive. Because when we're positive, we feel great. When we're positive, I'm positive. That's the reason why I took the leap of faith in starting manufactured home sales mastery. I was positive that it's something that is great for the industry. I'm positive that it's something that is needed within the industry. However, if I just left my job when I did in April of 2023, and maybe put together a little bit of marketing. Maybe I did that video content that I did to start the company off with, and then just sat back and waited for people to take notice of the marketing, and then for them to reach out to me, and for them to decide that they wanted to go ahead and move forward with some sort of training or purchase with us. I would be starving right now. I'd be back working somewhere. Either in sales or as a general manager, whatever it may be, I'd be back in the employment line, because it takes action. You've got to have the positivity and know that there's something there that can work. And in your case, on the sales floor, you have to know people need what you have. People need the product. People need the homes. People need you. They need the affordability. But they're not just going to buy because they're going to buy. Your Saturday is not going to be full of appointments just because you believe people shop on Saturdays. You have to make it so. All right. And so with that being said, that's why being positive is not enough, right? But what is an action-based positive attitude? Okay. Here we go. All right. So what you want to do with this is having that proactive nature. Everything that you do is intentional. Everything that you do is with a purpose. Everything that you say is backed with intention. We don't just say words to say words. This is not filler. Okay. This is not just some sort of motions that we go through. Everything that you do and say is with an intention, and it's with the intention of what the outcome is. Obviously, them purchasing a home and moving forward with the purchase, and you delivering the house. But every piece of what you do has its own outcome that you're after. And you have to understand that. We wear many different hats in our daily basis, in throughout our day, is what I'm trying to say. When you're marketing, you're wearing a marketing hat. When you're answering the phones or making follow-up calls, you're wearing a telemarketer's hat. When your customer shows up in your first meeting with them and you're going through the interview process, you're that practical psychologist. When you're out showing homes, you start to become a housing consultant. But not until you're out in the house. There's things that we're after. We're after phone calls, right? We're after people responding to our leads and making phone calls, so that then those phone calls lead to appointments, which then those appointments lead to being able to show these homes, which then showing the homes leads to them applying for a loan and moving forward with you, which then leads to an approval, which then leads to getting the loan closed, ordering the house, delivering the house, and then you getting paid. There's steps to it, but being action-based, action-backed, and understanding the outcome that you're after, now you're able to be that proactive person and understanding, working towards the next step with intentionality, right? Now, the other thing is this, okay? That you need to that positivity and understanding what you're after will then lead to you taking the actionable steps for yourself, okay? If I know that I'm after phone calls, that means I need to be able to I need to have a great marketing strategy. And in order to have that great marketing strategy, well, then what needs to happen? I need to make sure that I'm prepared to be able to put out the type of marketing that's going to draw attention. So I'm structuring those ads in the way that they should be, knowing that I'm after what I'm after this Saturday. But let's talk about, you've got them in the house. It's Saturday. They're there. Now what? Now my action-backed positivity is all about just making sure that I'm taking care of the steps that need to be taken care of while my customers are there. And my whole intention is to be able to get them through to where I move on to the next step, which is starting the sale, getting the application to get it in submitted into financing. That's what you're after today. If you get a cash sale, even better, get it closed today. But if it's being financed, your action-backed positivity should be about getting the sale today, right? That's the thing, the difference there with action-backed positivity. And so the best example that I can give you of that is that housing consultant who shows up on a Saturday, already since Friday had his or her appointments confirmed for Saturday. So you're even more positive, you're even more engaged, you're even more excited, and comes in ready to go, understanding what the mission at hand is. The mission at hand is new business. New business. So how is it then that you can implement those things? Because one would say, well, action-backed positivity. Positivity is just about my career. Well, how can we apply them specifically to a selling Saturday, right? On a Saturday. I'm glad you asked. Let's go through this, right? So we want to set attainable goals. And for the goals for Saturday are 4 appointments and 1 sale. 4 appointments. You should have 4 appointments set on a Saturday. Each and every one of you out there should have 4 appointments that you were expecting to come in to see you, that you've already confirmed. Hopefully already you should have confirmed them yesterday on Friday. But 4 appointments and 1 sale. We're not just after appointments, we're after the sales, right? Now, why do I say 4? Because if you're setting 4 appointments for a Saturday, that means that by our rule of 2 to 1, then hopefully you've got 2 who actually show, right? Because life gets in the way, parties happen. I mean, shoot, we've got 2 soccer games today ourselves that we got to be at, okay? And so things happen. So let's say 2 of them show. And going by our 2 to 1, out of those 2, you should get that 1 sale. Now, if you get more than that, great, awesome, fantastic, even better. But that should be the minimum goal. So setting that attainable goal from here on out, that's what I need you thinking. 4 appointments, 1 sale, 4 appointments, 1 sale. And as you get better, 4 appointments, 2 sales, right? But right here, let's start 4 appointments, 1 sale. And the next thing is develop an action plan earlier in the week. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is this. You know who's coming to see you. You should have already spoken to them on the phone, had some sort of rapport. You should know what is driving their buying decision, who's going to be living in the house, what's the most important room in the house. You should have already spoken to them about all these things before you even set the appointment. And so knowing that information, developing an action plan would mean grabbing the sheet on this particular customer and the next one, and looking back through your notes and determining, okay, based on what they're telling me, these are the homes that I'm thinking are going to work for them. So that you're already game planning in your mind so that when they show up, you're more relaxed, you're more natural. You know sort of the game plan already. And as you're getting more information, going through the interview and developing better rapport with their customers, you're there. Now you can fine tune that action plan, but you are more confident, you are more comfortable, and you're able to be more intentional in that manner. So develop that action plan earlier in the week as you're setting these appointments, especially on Friday. Get through these things once you've confirmed them and put your game plan together already. Get with your GM, get with your sales manager, go over these things. Man, why would we not? Think about this. How much film? Right now, you're in the middle of the NBA playoffs. You're in the conference finals. Do you think these guys are not studying these things ahead of time? Of course they do. They do it during the regular season, much more so in the playoffs. Or right now, for you, the weekends are your playoffs. Saturday is you're playing for the championship. You should be watching this game. You should be preparing for these things as a team, so that everyone knows what we're after. So that when the Smith family shows up, everybody already understands what the game plan is here. Until we get more information and then fine tune that game plan. Work as a team, work together. Next step: visualize success and take steps. Prepare. Like I said, prepare and get ready. Everyone understand what it is that we're after. Monitoring progress throughout this. Stay in tune with your clients throughout the process. How do you monitor progress? By making sure that you are in tune, that you are paying attention, you're actively listening. You're not just going through the motions, because there may be some things that come out during that interview that you did not pick up on during the call, that now you've got to pivot on that plan. But if you're not paying attention and you stick to your plan and it should have gone another way, you're going to lose that opportunity. We have to be better. We have to be ready. We have to be always monitoring the progress of the sale as it's going along, and of the presentation as it's going along. Being in tune, actively listening. That's how you can be monitoring the progress. And lastly, staying accountable. Staying accountable. Saturday morning, this morning, while you're there with your whole team, you should get up and you should state exactly what's about to go down. What are you going to do? Who's coming in to see you? I had a board in my office, okay, that we had on the lobby, and it was out there in the lobby where we had slots for every housing consultant. And on Saturdays, I put their name down 4 times each. And they had to go in and write down, or they would write their own name, but there was 4 slots for each where they should have their name and customer's name and what time they were supposed to show. One, so that when the customer walks in the door, they see their name, they get excited. Hey, that's me right there. Right? You see that in car dealerships. They got more, a lot of car dealerships have the digital boards up in their lobbies. We weren't that sophisticated. We had a dry erase board, but we had it up there. But in our Saturday meeting that we had every morning like this, they go up, write their stuff down. And so now you're more accountable. You're calling your shot in front of your team. Don't put any fluff up there that's not real. Okay. But those kinds of things help keep you accountable, because it's a team effort, man. If you've got 3 people in your sales team, you should end up with 3 to 4 sales minimum on a Saturday. Minimum on a Saturday. If you've got 5, you should end up with 5 to 8 sales minimum on a Saturday. If everyone's working with intentionality, if everyone's taking that action-based positivity and living that throughout the week, each and every day of the week, understanding what we're after. If everyone is intentional, there is no reason that you should not succeed. I hope you guys have a great selling Saturday. I hope this helps out and you start using action-based positivity. Don't just know that people are out shopping on Saturdays. You make it happen. Go out and get it, because it's out there for you and they need you. You guys make it a great selling Saturday. I hope this helped, like I said. And if there's anything that we can do on our end here at Manufacturer Home Sales Mastery to help you folks out, please let us know, because we're here to help. We're here to be that for you. We're here to be your success partner. All right. Until next time, we'll be in here tomorrow morning with our Sunday recharge edition of 15 Minutes to Mastery. Until then, as always, I can't wait to meet you.